to TIMBERBORN and the start of our Emberpelts series. I'm not sure what this is going to be called yet. It is going to be some variation on Apocalypse mode because this is very heavily inspired by JC the Beard's ongoing series and the settings that he has in that. And that's really because, having shown you my attempt at his Apocalypse save, a bunch of you wanted to see me try and use those settings with this series, but I want to do something slightly different. I really want to look at really long droughts and bad tides. It's something that I wanted to do in a previous series, but I screwed up how to set that up, and I rushed and I just wanted to dive into it. So I've been playing around in the background with how to do the settings that I think I want. So let's get into that. So Emberpelts, we're going to be using a modded map. We're going to be using Bryce Floodlands, which is based loosely on Bryce Canyon in Utah. I have forgotten the name of the person that has created this map. My apologies to them, but this is a really interesting looking map. It's got some quite cool features. So, yep, I think it's going to be, I'm going to be a bit overconfident here. I may regret this. I think it's going to be a relatively easy start, but I think it's going to get hard. So the map we're going to use, it's available on the Steam Workshop, and then we're going to go into hard and then custom settings. So we are going to start off with 100 food and water, similar to how JC has started his temperate seasons. I am going to make these longer because the droughts and the bad tides are going to be incredibly long early on. This will seem like a big advantage later on. I think is going to be essential. So I think we're going to go for 10 days to 20 days. Obviously 20 days is a lot, 10 days is quite a lot, but you'll see why in a moment. So drought duration, we're going to go for a minimum of 50 and a maximum of 150. We're going to have a handicap of 6% for 15 cycles. And we'll talk about the handicap in a moment. Cycles without a bad tide, I'm going to leave as 3. We're going to do 50-50 on bad tides and droughts. And then I'm going to mirror the duration of 50 and 100%. The handicap I'm going to leave the same, but I'm going into 15. I'm going to make this one 12. These bits I'm going to leave injury chance and building refund, I'm going to leave the same. So the bit that I've learned about the handicap in the testing is it counts the number of droughts and bad tides, not the number of cycles that you've played, I think. So what we have here is, let's say I get drought, 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 bad tide, drought. That will count as 4 cycles for the handicap for drought, not 5. So potentially it could take us 27 cycles to get to the maximum duration if we hit the perfect 50-50 split. In theory, I should make that one 15, but I'm going to leave it as 12. So that's where we are with the settings. Initially, at 6%, we are looking at durations of between about 4 days and 9 days, and that's going to ramp up, obviously, each cycle. So let's hit start, and we'll get going. As I said, this series is very heavily inspired by JC's Apocalypse series. I'm really enjoying that, and again, I'll try and remember to leave a link down below for the playlist for his series. You should go watch that, it's great. I think the Emberpelts are brilliant for something like this because they have the advantage that they can grow crops for hydration. So I have only very briefly looked at how the Emberpelts work, so I'm going to be learning as we go. But before we get too stuck into things, I guess the first thing, I've been watching a little bit, you get some different variations. There's these standard ones which are kind of the reddy color, and then these gray ones which can then have all sorts of different markings on them, which is cool. But let's have a look at where we start. We are on a raised plateau, which has some trees and some berries which aren't grown yet. And then we have, if I go in here, 3 water source blocks, and if we quickly go into dev mode, we can see we have essentially 4 water strength. And what I think we will want to be doing within the first 4 cycles is unlocking floodgates, and the Emberpelts have these flat top floodgates, and I think with 4 floodgates we can create ourselves some bad tide protection quite easily, destroy these and send bad water off this side into here and keep this area protected for farming. That'll be strategy number 1. That will also allow us access to some of this stuff because the flat top ones we can walk on, which is cool. We have, there we go. So we've got a bad water source here. We've got a mine over here, so we've got quite a long way to go to get to metal. And you can see in terms of scrap metal, we've got quite a long way to travel. This is a big area. I mean, there is a cave under here, which we'll look at in a moment. But you can see here we have another mine. We have 2 bad water sources there, another 2 here, more scrap metal, another mine, and you can see more scrap metal, mine, but there is another bad water source. There appears to be a lot of fresh water still. What that is if we go under into the cave, there is a lot. Keep going down into the cave. I can get them right. Reset that and then roll down. Does it want to let me roll down into the cave? It's a bit annoying. I'll go down. Turn that off. Anyway, yeah, there we go. Down here, there are many, many water sources. I'm not sure what strength they are. All strength 1, but that's a lot of clean water. So, obviously, eventually, getting access to that would be really useful. That's a quick tour of the map. If we want to get metal, our first job is probably to try and get over here, but we're going to have to bridge that really because of the contamination. So, yeah. What's my strategy going to be? The first thing is to essentially try and secure the colony. That means the ability to pump and store a lot of water and to grow food. That's my plan. That might be relatively conservative and get rid of difficult and a little bit boring, but that's what we need to do. And to that end, I'm going to throw in a couple of water pumps in this slightly deeper area. We will explore the Emberpelts mod as we go. I don't think we can get down to these dead trees yet. We do have access up here, so, and we will want to clear these trees. So what we'll do is we'll start the beginnings of a path. We'll put a lumberjack there. We can actually get across that blockage and get into all of those trees, which is kind of cool. So let's no, cut trees. Let's initially just clear all of that because we want to be thinking about farming this. I think probably what we want to do is get a crop of berries off of this and then start deleting them because that's an awful lot of blueberries. So I do have the Phoenix pods installed, which with Emberpelts, they breed like folktails, but you can also use pods which are like iron teeth, but I have not disabled the normal breeding. So yeah, we have both options available to us. Until we get the floodgates, I want to leave these in. So we've got those planned. We probably want to maximize our builders. We want to prioritize one of those initially. We want to build a farmhouse, and probably makes sense to build it somewhere there so that we can get the corner of that. Let's throw in, it's been so long since I've started TIMBERBORN, say, do that. Berries have got a little while to go, but you know, we've got 10 to 20 days to get ourselves established, and we've got 100 food and 100 water. So actually, maybe we should prioritize building that first, and prioritize the workplace, not the, so we can start growing some crops. That probably makes more sense, doesn't it? I want to put in, I'm going to come across here. We want to have science going. Going to make 2 of those a very low priority build. Let's pause for a second. We have lots of crops we can grow. Now, in terms of food, we want to be looking at the press relatively as soon as we can, essentially, which we need planks and gears. So I think, again, apologies, I'm kind of brainstorming this as I go. We're going to need a forester pretty quick. I'm thinking about how much science we need. So we need 60. And so that's 130. And then we need the gear workshop, 230. 233, 150. And then I would like a medium tank. So about 410 science is my first target. But let's connect that path up, and then let's start getting some crops in the ground. So the radishes, I believe the tomatoes we can eat. Both of these I think we can eat unprepared. Let's have a quick look at our well-being to check that. So apples, radishes and tomatoes. Apples come from trees, obviously, so radishes and tomatoes. So let's get some radishes growing. Let's get some tomatoes growing. Let's have a look in the press. Now, if we were to do, I think that's radish and beet juice, which is one JC is using, I know. We can get 4 water out of one of each of those. So we might want to grow more radishes. And start growing some beet. So let's unpause that. Let's mark this upper area for cutting. In terms of power, what have we got? We've got the compact water wheel, which we could put in here. We get some power going during temperate and bad tide, but we've got quite long droughts to worry about. I want to throw in a couple of dams. And I'm looking for those 2 should do it. And I am not averse to warehouse cheese. So that we can build things. So we'll do a little bit of warehouse cheese there so we can get those built. Hopefully now, yep, the water pump is nearly built. We are going to want a lot of storage. So let's start thinking about that as well. There we go. Let's go at double speed. We will want housing as well. So I think along with the warehouse cheese to get here, it would probably make sense initially to do a little bit of warehouse cheese there, so that once they've cleared all of these trees, we can, if we really got 4 spare jobs, 1, 2, and let's reduce the number of builders. 2 spare jobs now. Where are all my... So, 2 in the district centre. 8 beavers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Aha. Okay, you. So let's pause you for now. Yep, that's okay. We probably want to, again, bit cheesy, I know, but we'll throw in a few more gatherer flags so that we can get that going on. We've got plenty of time really to build these, but to me it seems sensible. We can pause those for now because we don't have any storage to put that in. That frees up a beaver to start doing research, which is awesome. So all of the crops that we've got planned are planted. So let's put in some more radishes because they're edibles. And what I haven't looked at is, so that gives us 3, 5 days gives us 3. I know, you know, we can benefit from growing some of these other more complex crops, but I just want to get food in at the moment. So, yep. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to have more lumberjackage going on as well. Yep. Wouldn't be adverse to that. That's happening. Awesome. What we will do is let's delete you so that you're not in our farmland. We will make the science a lower priority. We'll put our radish in here. There we go. Good job. Yep. So that's planted. More tomatoes. Yep. Sounds good to me. I know this is going to be annoying. If we'll assign that at least. And not sure if, yeah. As soon as I can, I will get rid of those. If anyone's got any pro tips for getting rid of that annoying flashing stuff, let me know. But resources are tight, so we do what we need to do to get by, basically. Prioritize building those, because then we can put the beavers to work doing useful things. Yeah, we'll try and at least get rid of some of them, and we can actually delete these 2 once, because we don't really need to get in here, although it might be useful for growing stuff. So, yep. Cool, they're picking up food. Actually, what we could do is use those early on to get that put in. So that we can power production things and put those down here. I don't really want to be using... We might need to use the old large power wheel, but it's a lot of lumber. There is a lot of lumber over here that we can get to, so maybe that doesn't matter actually. Yeah, maybe we do that. Maybe we do that. So as soon as that's built, which is another 20 logs, which we've got, so that's good. Let's throw another builder in. Let's also plant, I'm just thinking food wise, we can grill corn and that gives us quite a lot. So let's go plant a little bit of corn. I'm really just focused on kind of survival stuff at the moment. Means really we probably want to... Yeah, so those are done. So yeah, we can get rid of those now. They're building the water stores, which is good. We probably should put in a little log pile. Let's do it up here. Logs. Let's prioritize building that because then we can pick up these and get them back. And I can delete that one as well. You're full, so you can be paused and we can send you into there. Awesome, that's done, so you can be deleted and then we can pick those up as well. You're just hanging out waiting for crops to grow, so let's just plant a little bit more corn there. That is not too far from being grown, because we want to bring a path down and along here. You're quite a long way from being grown, so that's okay. That's okay. And if I put... I've still got trees to cut actually, so let's pause you because you're full. You can go into building. We are filling up our water supply, which is great. What we're also going to do is the ability to store water is going to be pretty important. I'm going to delete that. Not that as a priority. And obviously we can, once we've got the prep going and we can make juice, we can also switch this over to be juices. So yeah, okay. That's in. Let's get another guy pumping water to fill up those water barrels, where we have got a decent amount of time still on that. What I'm thinking is that we will try and set up, once we can get across here, I will try and set up our accommodation and industry over here. I know it's not necessarily ideal. I almost feel like we want to put another dam in here and have like a two-tiered approach. I always use bot parts because bot parts are so far away that we're never going to be trying to build them early on. Let's do a bit more corn because I feel like we can maybe go for a grill pretty... oh, the grill needs clay, doesn't it? Oh yeah, okay, maybe not. Let's plant some more instant edible food. So hopefully Yeah, we're not far from that, which is good. I do think, because we've got a good supply of logs there, that another dam there wouldn't be a bad idea. Just throw a quick warehouse there so we can build it. We could do a really polluted path that runs. I've changed path type. I don't like that. The Emberpelts do have more than one path type. I need to be aware of that as I click. But yeah, what we can do is come like that, and then we'll be able to start building that jobby and that, which is great. I'm not going to delete these yet because I want the water going this way. We are filling up our water supply. That's cool. Our crops are coming up, so possibly let's pause that and get a second farmer in. Actually, we don't need 3 builders, do we? Let's keep you working on that. Awesome. We can now get across into this stuff. So I think pause you. You really don't have access to a huge amount of trees, and if we build them there and mark all of this for cutting, that gives us access to a huge amount of wood. Which is great, and then we can build this. This will give us a nice sort of 2-tiered system for the water store. I am going to throw in even more water barrels. I know it seems excessive, but and to be honest, for the first few droughts it really is, but let's plan for the future. We also need to be looking to unlock, for this can be done with the floodgates if we just build an extra one, which is plus 500. Actually, that needs metal, so we're not going to be doing those anytime soon. So we will be using our normal floodgates, and that means we also want to be unlocking platforms. Okay. We have a spare beaver. Where do we want to put you? You can be paused. Let's unlock you. So we have food now. We have radishes growing. Let's plant some more tomatoes. Yes, it's all a bit chaotic at the moment. We will tidy it up in the future. These trees are way off yet, but we could do that. So, really want to get across here. I really want to start getting some housing and some storage going, but I don't want to build that down here, so don't hate me. Housing. Let's do that. We have a spare beaver. Let's put in another lumberjack because we're using wood as fast as we can cut it. So let's put you in there. And if I was super smart, I would not just draw a blanket thing over this. I would do it so we prioritized the oak trees, and they would cut down the oak trees first. But I'm not that super smart, so yeah. We have more farmland available, so let's plant crops. I'm sure the chaotic planting is triggering some of you. Trust me, we will tidy it up once things are Once most of the trees are cleared out, I'll start to rearrange it all. But for now, we just need to get food in the ground, growing, and water stored. And that gives that can go now. We've now got 2 nice dammed off areas, which means in theory we could pump out of here, and this would still give us some amount of hydration. Should now be able to build some housing up here. Eventually I'll push it further out to here. Yep, that's great. I think we will also come off of here and quite early go for, because the Emberpelts are a fire colony plan, I think they get quite a big well-being boost from the campfire. So, yep. Then that should be what our builders are working on now. Hopefully. We've got 3 of them. So once this tree goes, we will put another house here. And what that's a 95 science now. So we can now unlock the forester. That means we need to be thinking about putting in industry. And I did say I was going to do that in this area, and at the moment it's not very clear. Oh, day 10, we've got our first drought approaching. So do we temporarily build a lumber mill with a water wheel? I kind of feel maybe if we put it straight at the water sources, we'd get good power out of it, like that. I know we're 3 days from a drought now, which is kind of dumb of me, but it is what it is, isn't it? We could go housing, and we could put another house there, which would allow us to start growing our population a little bit. I'm also going to start 7 well-being. Wow. That should start giving us, yep, boosts to longevity and things. That's instantly generating 100 power, which is way more than we need for a lumber mill. Awesome. So let's throw that in. And in that case, again, I know this is a little bit chaotic at the start, but focus is on getting stuff done and surviving. So let's throw in a storage for plank as a priority as well. Yeah, we're generating a ton of power. Uh, 112 science already, so we could go could have gone large lumber. Oh no, that's a lot of science. Right. But we are now getting planks made, which is awesome. We need 7 planks. Can we make 7 planks in 0.1 day? I don't think we can. But that's okay. That is okay. We will, at the very least, get some planks made. So, although we could do with some wood being brought over to make planks. I think we've got 6 planks. Excellent. So I'm not going to put the forester in yet. We'll just, because we're kind of short on beavers. Now let's do that. That's why we're short on beavers. So you can go in there. Right, yeah. They are all full, so we need to sort storage now. pretty quickly. So let's go medium warehouse. Let's put it right next to the food. We want to be doing radishes. I know it's not great that the water storage is so far away from... This is not great either, but this just gets us our planks we need for the forester. Thinking we need... If we had 12 planks, that would have been even better. But we don't, so... How long is the drought going to be? If it's short, 6 days. Pause. Pause, pause, pause. Let's pause you. Or slow down at least. 6 days. So we've got 14 beavers. That's about 28 a day. 28 times, let's call it 30 times 180. So we've got loads of water, so they can stay paused, which is great. Which means we're going to be making science again. You can be paused as well. Where do I want to put the forester? Ideally, we want to be replanting trees up here. I really... Do I want to wait 6 days is my question. My question to you, because what I'm wondering is... I'm just going to pause the game. I'm not actually going to do it this way. But I'm wondering if I did... We will unlock the forester. Yes. Please. If I did that... That's pretty good, because we could then put a staircase down here. So what I'm going to do is wait. We're going to unlock... I don't have the science yet. So we're going to wait until we've got the science for the platform. That means we can also replace our janky bridge. Because I probably want to move that anyway. Maybe not actually, because we could put the floodgates there. Yeah, we could put floodgates there because that only needs 2. That's okay. Yep, that works. Oh, it's working. So we've got that for radishes. We need one for tomatoes, but I would quite like to put it there. We should probably have... That works, doesn't it? Let's put a water tank there. I don't have any haulers yet to have it on and obtain, but that would be the plan eventually. But yeah, I want to put a staircase here. Almost got the 100 science that we need. And I think, yeah, we put the forest up over the water. And that should allow us to plant quite a lot of trees in here. My plan is to water dump in these to keep farming going. So, platform. Yes, please. So we can do that. We will need a slightly janky path because of our industry thing, although we could move where the industry is. This is generating so much power. It's generating so much power. But with the long droughts, we probably don't want to be reliant on that as we clear out wood. So I'm thinking another lumberjack flag might not be... Oh, we just lost our spare beaver. Okay. But having a lumberjack flag that's closer into here would be good. I'd like to kind of clear this area out so that we can set up industry in here. the Emberpelts have access to engines a little bit earlier. So this one, we do need clay. To get clay, we need the clay pit. Not sure where the clay pit is. There we go, clay. The clay pit needs planks and logs. Actually, that's not too bad. So yeah, we could maybe get into that. We could maybe get into that. Right. Let's so those are tomato seedlings. They are not far from being grown in. Those are beets. Okay. We have all sorts of mess going on, don't we? Yeah. We do. We really do. We will eventually. Where have you cropped up from? And we eventually want to get rid of you. I'm going to play to the end of this drought, and that will be it for today. We've got 2 of the platforms built, so that's not too bad. It's not too bad. For you for now, so you're full, I guess. You can't cut any more trees down. You can't really either, so let's pause you, and we will keep extending the path, and we will build a couple of 8 well-being. Very nice. Pretty insane for so early on. But yeah, we have got the logs to be building the power wheel thingy, but I don't want to build it here. I want to build it out here. I know we're a little way from the industrial area, but I don't think that matters. No. Not from the industrial area, from the district centre. I don't think that matters because the accommodation is here. The food will be stored here, so yeah. So yeah, they are marked. We're getting those cut down. Up to 14 beavers is cool. We'll probably put another water tank in here, and we'll probably put another house in here. Again, none of this is probably going to be permanent before people worry about the slight jankiness of it all. We're just getting ourselves established, and this is kind of how I do things. So we now want to unlock the stairs. Yes, please. They are... You're full, you're full, you're full. Right. More flags. And pause and pause. I know I could build storage, but these are free, so... And each one is 20 logs, so... Yes, we knock that down to 1. We could get 2 more in here, couldn't we? That probably makes sense. And again, over here, we could probably do some more gatherer flags. And now that's gone, let's get in here with the other water pump. And we're going to have to do that, which again, might trigger some of you. I apologise. Yeah, the more beavers we can get clearing wood, the better. Make sure all of those are full. You're full. So let's pause you. Build another one. Get one of you pause. I'm not too worried about those. Really, the focus is on getting Trees cut down. Is the main goal, but we may as well get these berries cleared as well. So what we could do is just make all of those low priority workplaces. That would work. Right, you are not quite full. You are full. 0.9 of a day left in the drought. You're full. I know this is a really cheesy way of getting this done, but 200 logs, so we can almost instantly next time get the Wheel of Pain built, however you want to call it. The beard wheel, if you're a beard meat, if you're a not a beard meats food, that's completely different. JC the beard fan. Yeah. It's going to allow, we can start making log planks anyway in a moment. That will let us get these done, get the forester in, get trees being planted. We are in a really good place for water. So that's cool. As the drought ends and the new cycle begins and this video comes to an end. So let's get those going again. I'm just going to pause all of those. Pause 2 of those. We want 1 science running. Get another builder going so I don't forget next time. Because the plan is to... any of those full yet? No. We also want to have you going. So the plan is next time we will get some storage sorted for the food, because we have a lot of crops in the ground that aren't being harvested. We will get the industrial area set up. So let me remember to put that there. I'm going to swap that to there. Off down there. We'll probably get rid of this and move everything over here. Get the large power wheel in. Start working towards a clay pit so that we can get a small engine in and going. But yeah, I think that's a pretty awesome start. Got pretty lucky with a short bad tide, obviously. Yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you are looking forward to this series. Thank you to the patrons and the YouTube channel members, and I will see you all next time.